Good morning, friends, and welcome to our Bible story today. Last week, we heard all about how Jesus died on this. What's this called? That's right, that's the cross. And Jesus died on this, and that's actually happening this Friday. It's called Good Friday. Jesus died on the cross, but this week we get to put away that sad part of the story, and we get to hear about what happened on Easter Sunday. Now, on Easter Sunday, it was a very special day, but everybody that day was feeling very sad. Can you show me your sad face? They were very sad because their best friend, Jesus, had just died. He had been on the cross, and they had to put him in the tomb, and they couldn't see him anymore. So Jesus was gone, and there were 3 women. Let me get them for you. 3 Marys, and they were all going to Jesus' tomb, and they were going to wrap his body in cloths. So I have the 3 Marys here. See them? They were going to the tomb, and they were going to wrap Jesus' body in cloths like this so that he was all cleaned up and ready for his burial. But they were a little bit worried because there was supposedly a big soldier guarding the tomb. And even with the soldier, there was a big stone in front of the tomb, and then the soldier stood in front so nobody could get through. So they were worried. They said, how are we going to move this stone away? Because that soldier is going to stop us and say, no, you can't go in. And that stone, even if we can get past the soldier, isn't going to budge. So the Marys were a little bit worried, but they kept going anyway. They said, we are going to take care of Jesus. And so they were walking to the tomb. There's our 3 Marys. And they got to the tomb, and they noticed something that they were not expecting. That big stone that they were worried about had been rolled to the side of the tomb, and then in the tomb was a big angel, bright yellow, shining, right where Jesus' body would have been. And the angel said, "Do not be afraid." Would you be afraid if you saw an angel? I'd like to think I wouldn't be afraid, but angels are a whole different experience. I've never seen one. You've probably never seen one. I would probably be a little intimidated by an angel, and I bet you would be too, even though they're from God and they're amazing. The ladies were a little bit shocked, and they thought, oh no, and they all huddled together, and they were a little bit scared. And the angel said, do not be afraid, because Jesus, who died on the cross, he has risen. He is not here. Can you say that with me? We're going to say, he is not here. Can you say it? He is not here. He is risen. He is risen. So Jesus was no longer in the tomb. He was alive again. What a great surprise. Well, when the angel told the Marys to go tell Jesus' friends, they ran away. And they told all their friends. Maybe they told John, and they told Andrew, and they told Peter. Maybe they told John. Maybe they told James. Maybe they told all of these friends that Jesus had while he was here on earth. And they were all shocked. They said, what? Jesus can't be alive. We saw him. We saw it with our own eyes. He was dead. But the Marys said, no, we really saw him. He is alive. And some of the friends went running back to the tomb to see that Jesus was there. And when they got there, they looked all around looked high and they looked low. They looked left. They looked right. And guess what? No Jesus. Because why? Because he is not here. He has risen. That gives us such a good reason to be happy and glad. Show me your biggest, happiest face. Say, yay! Everybody say, yay! Jesus is risen. Let's try our saying one more time. Say, he is not here. He is risen. One more time. He is not here. He is risen. Friends, I want you to share that news with everybody that you know, because that is the most important news this week. That Jesus is not dead. He is risen. Our Bible verse this week helps us remember that. It's Luke 24, verse 34. Can you say, the Lord has risen? Let's do it together. The Lord has risen. The Lord has risen. One more time. The Lord has risen. Well, let's say a prayer to Jesus for dying on the cross and being raised again so that someday we can go to heaven. Dear Jesus, you are alive. You are stronger than death. Thank you for dying on the cross to take away my sins. We are so glad you are risen. Amen. Friends, remember, tell that important news today. Say, he is not here. He is risen. Go and tell everyone you know.